Evaluation Question 1. In what ways does your media product use, develop, or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? My music magazine consisted of 6 pages: main cover page, content page, splash page, and my article double page spread. I will start by analyzing my main cover page. My magazine is a jazz genre magazine. I pastiched several jazz magazine covers before I came up with my final design and ideas. The magazine that I pastiched is the Jazz Times magazine. Like every magazine, my jazz magazine had a masthead, cover lines, and main cover photo, pull quote, and a barcode. The similarity between my jazz magazine and the magazines that I pastiched is the layout of the cover lines. Just like Jazz Times, my cover lines were mainly on the left third of the page because the eye naturally starts reading from the left to the right, and also due to the way magazines are stacked. Additionally, main information was highlighted in red or white to create emphasis. This also helped my main cover line to stand out more. Also, just like Jazz Times, I made sure that I included some kind of jazz instrument as it will connote the genre of the magazine, hence I used the saxophone. Furthermore, the model was directly gazing. This creates connection with the audience and supports Laura Mulvey's theory, male gaze, due to the model being a female. It also supports Carl Rogers' ideal self, ideal partner theory. Initially, I wanted my cover page to be black and white just like Jazz Times magazine, to make it look old and authentic. However, the look of black and white was very dull and unappealing for what I imagined. Hence, I kept it colored as it looked more attractive, and you can see my models feature more, thus making it more appealing for the male's eyes. Unlike Jazz Times' simple sans serif font, my magazine had a retro-style font called B4, as it was a part of my house style, but also it made the magazine look old and completed the genre of my magazine. Furthermore, the Art Deco font connotes the 20s and 30s origin of jazz. As you can see here, my masthead had a brass color to connote the instrument in my main cover page, that is the saxophone. From all the jazz magazines that I went through and I have researched, they didn't have a very appealing contents page layout like the one that you can see here. It's just black, it has the titles, page numbers. That was not very appealing, especially that it didn't have any pictures in it. Even though I wanted my magazine to look simple and chic by mixing the old generation styles and the new generation styles, not having an appealing content page would have not attracted my target audience, especially that the audience nowadays is different compared to jazz lovers um, decades ago. Hence, I pastiched following Jazz magazine. Even though it is not of a jazz genre, it perfectly combines sophisticated yet a simple look. This was exactly what I was looking for and what I imagined and what I thought would attract my target audience. This was my final design for my contents page. As you can see, it's very similar to the magazines that I have pastiched. However, I have adapted it to meet my target audience and the specification for a jazz genre magazine. Before my main article double page spread, I had a splash page because I wanted to attract my audience and notify them that the article they're about to read is the main article of the magazine. Like a typical splash page, I had pull quote, the artist's name, and I had a sneak peek intro as to what the article is about in between rules, and I gave credits. Of course, I had my model be gazing directly at the reader to create connection. This allows my reader to see my model's features clearly, and this also supports Laura Mulvey's theory, the male gaze, and also supports Carl Rogers' ideal self and ideal partner theory. I could not find any new jazz magazines in the market that I could pastiche from. Hence, I had to buy online, but the magazine that I bought online was a very old magazine. Hence, I got inspired from certain features in it, like the font, but it was not good enough for this modern era. Hence, I pastiched magazines such as Q Magazine or even Kerrang, even though they are not of jazz genre. I pastiched them just to get inspired from the layout and the style, because I wanted to combine old yet new features in my magazine. Therefore, I used features like pull quotes and rules to emphasize certain factors and attract the audience. Also, I used a running department head to make the main article stand out and exclusive. Also, like all the other magazines, I had gutters, rules, baselines, credits, drop capitals, title, and folio.